Hailey Van Lith was looked at as one of the top high school players in the country. She was seen as a future WNBA superstar, but a series of decisions and setbacks have put her career in jeopardy. What happened to one of the best players in the country? Did Hailey Van Lith ruin her own career? Hailey Van Lith was a high school basketball phenom. Unstoppable. During her high school career, she averaged 33 points per game, putting her on the map as one of the best high school girls basketball players in the nation. She was using that left hand dominating high school players. She looked like she was unstoppable. Hailey Van Lith would eventually commit to Louisville, where she would play 3 years. During her freshman year at Louisville, she only posted 11.2 points per game and 5 rebounds with 2 assists. And Louisville reached the Elite 8 in 2021 NCAA tournament. But she upped her average in her sophomore year by averaging 14.4 points a game and leading Louisville to the Final Four in 2022 tournament, scoring at least 20 points in 4 straight games. That led her to the most outstanding player in the Wichita Regional. This was a big accomplishment for Hailey Van Lith. After averaging 11 points the first year, upping it to 14 and reaching the Final Four, it was looking like her stardom was beginning to rise. In 2022-2023, she had her best season yet, totaling almost 20 points per game and almost 5 rebounds. She almost reached the Final Four again, but she fell short in the Elite 8 when Caitlyn Clark came and did the "you can't see me" in her face. Even though she scored 27 points that game, Hailey Van Lith could not stop the onslaught from Caitlyn Clark. That season would be the last time Hailey Van Lith would represent the Cardinals. She transferred to LSU during the offseason. This is where her career started to go downhill. In the 2023-2024 season, she only averaged 11 points per game and 3.6 assists per game, which is almost worse than her freshman year. A move that many saw as a way to chase a championship rather than develop her game. It was a good decision if you want to win a championship in college, but is that really going to get your game better? Hailey Van Lith, I guess, fought with this decision and she chose a championship over bettering her game. And many fans looked at it as a bad decision in her career. During this season, Hailey Van Lith had a lot of up and downs. She didn't have the best year. She only averaged 11 points per game, which is almost worse than her freshman year. During the season, Hailey Van Lith would get benched after half times, even before games. The narrative started to change for Hailey Van Lith. Her stardom started to fall. It took a turn for the worse when she met Caitlyn Clark in the Elite 8, and Caitlyn Clark dropped 40 points on LSU. The biggest games of the year, everybody watching. The rematch from the national championship game, Hailey Van Lith was faced with a tough matchup against Caitlyn Clark, one of the best players in the nation. And this could be a career-defining moment for Hailey Van Lith in her career. Things didn't turn out like Hailey Van Lith hoped. Caitlyn Clark could not miss from 3. She was making everything. She even had Hailey Van Lith put her hands up like she didn't know what was going on. That started to look bad for Hailey Van Lith. And every fan started to give Caitlyn Clark the real title of the WNBA future superstar. This game had a big impact on Hailey Van Lith WNBA dreams. WNBA players and WNBA scouts and also NBA players started to look at Hailey Van Lith like she wasn't that good. Like her draft stock started to fall.
Thoughts on Hailey Van Lith entering the transfer portal again?
I'm an example of that NIL bag chase. When she was at Louisville, she was the woman. She was the head honcho there. She was damn near gonna break the scoring record there. And that school pushes all guards into the WNBA. That school is made for just guard play. You leave there because someone offers you $500,000. Your team can only give you $200,000. That $300,000 that you got messed up your career, right? You went from being a top 5 draft pick, staying there, to now you got to transfer. So 2 years later, we don't know where you're gonna go. So was the extra $200,000 worth it? When it comes to education, she's a bright girl. She's graduated already, so she's in college doing nothing, trying to keep her career going. This ain't about a job after. She lost her basketball career over NL bag trying to chase something.
And unfortunately, she didn't win the Natty that year. Despite teaming up with Angel Reese and Flau'jae Johnson, they only was able to make it to the Elite 8, falling to the Ohio Hawkeyes once again to Caitlyn Clark, where she dropped 41 points on Hailey Van Lith's head. Season at LSU being inconsistent and off the court issues with her coach, Hailey Van Lith's bright WNBA future seemed to be dim and started to fall right in front of her eyes. With everything starting to fall and Caitlyn Clark looking like she was gonna be the next star, Hailey Van Lith's career felt like it was in shambles. And also in this age, social media for young athletes, they face immense pressure. I mean, to build brands. For Hailey Van Lith, I mean, this may have contributed to her struggles on the court, but if you're a basketball player, you gotta find a way to fight through it and be resilient and find a way to play better even though stuff is going on offside. Hailey Van Lith was eligible to go to the draft, but she decided to come back and go to TCU for another season, which some fans thought was a bad idea and just thought Hailey Van Lith's career was over and she should just stop playing basketball. And some fans had high hopes for Hailey Van Lith, thinking she can come back and average more points and take TCU to their first NCAA tournament since 2010. With all the hate and all the doubters, Hailey Van Lith during the offseason was training non-stop for this year with TCU. And right now, Hailey Van Lith is having one of her best seasons in college basketball, averaging 18 points and 6 assists and 4 rebounds. She not averaging 20 like she did at LSU, but she averaging more assists with 1 less point. So Hailey Van Lith is turning her career around. This is the season where she can show that she is a legit top 5 pick in the draft. She can lead TCU to their first NCAA tournament since 2010. That would be a historic record and a historic feat for Hailey Van Lith. This can boost her draft stock. Hailey Van Lith looks determined this year. I mean, looks determined. She got TCU on record-breaking winning streaks. I mean, despite all the setbacks, Hailey Van Lith's story isn't over. With the right mindset, the right work ethic, she could still rewrite her narrative. But let me know, did Hailey Van Lith make the right decision? Should she have transferred to different colleges? Or did she let her WNBA dreams slip away? Let us know in the comments below. You know, like, comment, share, subscribe. You know, for more basketball stories, y'all already know what's going on, man. No cap.